Hi friends, good afternoon to all. Let me introduce myself, Krishna from TTWREIS Boys Etunaram. Friends, today we are discussing about the topic human digestive system. Friends, you know what is digestion? Yes, the complex food has converts into simple food. It has a biscuit complex food and one of the food item. It converts into simple food. Simple food is called digestion. Human being said food and throws to the digestion and it's called specific canal, and the undigested food is known as defecated. When we add food, then it passes to the specific canal, which begins anterior part opening the mouth and posterior part opening the anus. Anterior part opening the mouth and posterior part opening the anus. This canal has known as alimentary canal or digestive tract. Friends, what is alimentary canal? Yes, it has a tube and coil. It is called alimentary canal, and parts of the alimentary canal, they are buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Not only presented in digestive system, alimentary canal, and presented digestive gland also. In digestive gland has presented 5 parts. They are salivary gland, gastric gland, liver, pancreas and intestinal gland. Friends, go through the first part of the alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Yes, the fold and tube like, and it has the 30 centimeters. How many length of the alimentary canal? 30 centimeters. Now we go through the first part of the alimentary canal. What is the first part of the alimentary canal? Yes, mouth. The mouth is the first part of the alimentary canal. Mouth has a first part of the alimentary canal. And what is mouth? Yes, upper lip and lower lip is called mouth. Is called mouth. And when the mouth take the food, this process is known as ingestion, and the mouth has freely movable. When the mouth has taken the food, then it opens into buccal cavity. Go through the next part, buccal cavity. What is the another name of the buccal cavity? Yes, oral cavity, and it has present space like part, and in it has 2 palates, hard palates and soft palates. The soft palates has present posterior of the buccal cavity, and the hard palates has present anterior part of the oral cavity. In the oral cavity, 3 parts. They are teeth, tongue, salivary gland. Go through the first part of the oral cavity. What is the first part of the oral cavity? Yes, teeth. Teeth is a ectomesodermal in origin. What is the help of the teeth? Mastication of the foods and cutting of the food materials and chewing of the food items. Help of the teeth. In human beings, two sets of the teeth. They are temporary teeth and permanent teeth. He is known as diphodont dentation. How many teeth are present in adult human beings? Yes, they are present 32 teeth in adult human beings. The jawbones has pairs 4 kinds of teeth. They are incisor, canine, premolar, molar. First has the incisor. The incisor appears like chisel shape and it helps to cutting of the food materials. Friends, observe here, the incisor teeth has cut food materials. He is known as incisor teeth. And canine teeth are the danger like, and it shows the and helps to the tearing of the food materials. Premolar and molar grinding of the food particles. What is the dental formula of adult human beings? Yes, 2123 by 2123 is equals, we taken the half of the jaws, 16 teeth will be present in half of the jaws. We take another jaws is mixed with one together, then has presented 32 teeth, and the third molar teeth are absent in milk babies. He is known as wisdom teeth. Go through the next part of the oral cavity. What is the next part of the oral cavity? Yes, tongue. Tongue has one of the muscular sense organ. It's movable freely and it is attached to the floor of the oral cavity, and the upper portion of the tongue has presented some papillae, are also known as taste buds. Friends, how many taste buds are present in human tongue? Yes, they are present 4 taste buds. They are first fungiform, second circumvallate, third foliate, fifth, fourth filiform. Go through the first one, fungiform papillae. The fungiform papillae has shows the sweet taste or salt taste, and it has present the anterior part of the human tongue. Circumvallate. The circumvallate has present posterior part of the tongue, and it shows the bitter taste. When we swallowing the medicines, after swallowing the medicine, then shows bitter taste. And foliate papillae. The foliate papillae has presents posterior part of the tongue and side of the tongue, shows the sweet taste. And filiform papillae. Filiform papillae, it's no present taste. It has tasteless. The tongue has acts on universal toothbrush and taste detection. Go through the third part in oral cavity. What is the third part in oral cavity? S. Salivary gland. The salivary gland has presented in oral cavity. In the has three parts. They are parotid gland, submandibular gland, third one sublingual gland. First, parotid gland. The parotid gland has present surface of the ear. Sublingual gland present below surface of the tongue. Submandibular gland. The submandibular gland has located below of the jaws, and the salivary gland has secreted to the saliva juice. The saliva juice has contains two enzymes. How many enzymes has connected the saliva juice to enzymes? They are salivary amylase or ptyalin and lysozyme enzyme. Salivary amylase has acts onto carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are converts into maltose with the help of amylase enzyme. Lysozyme enzyme. The lysozyme has kills with bacteria. The pH of saliva 6.8, and go through the next part of the oral cavity, and the oral cavity has opens into next part. Pharynx. Pharynx, it is a opens the esophagus. Pharynx. The pharynx has a commonly passes like food and air, and the laryngopharynx, the trachea has opens into laryngopharynx through the epiglottis. What is epiglottis? Yes, cartilaginous flap is known as epiglottis. The epiglottis is a freely movable, and the pharynx opens into esophagus. Go through the next part, esophagus. Esophagus has appears thick and tube-like structure, and the esophagus has length of the esophagus 25 centimeters. When the mastication food comes into esophagus, the shape, wave-like shape, is known as peristalsis movement. What is the length of the esophagus? Yes, 25 centimeters, and it has appears thin and tube-like structure. Esophagus has opens into stomach. Friends, go through the next structure, stomach. See friends, stomach. The stomach has a wide J-shaped big bag like structure, and when the bolus will be came into stomach, then converts into chyme, is known as chyme. What is chyme? Yes, partially digestion food is known as chyme, and it has three major parts. How many parts are presented in stomach? Three major parts. They are cardiac portion, fundic portion, pyloric portion. Go through the first part, cardiac portion. Cardiac portion has anterior part of the stomach. Fundic portion. The fundic portion has a middle part of the stomach and middle part of the stomach, and in it has the wall of the stomach. Gastric glands are presented. The gastric glands has secret to the gastric juice. In it has presented two enzymes. They are pepsinogen, the pepsinogen and prorenin. The pepsinogen enzyme has inactivated. Is the pepsinogen enzyme converts into active with the help of hydrochloric acid. Prorenin. Prorenin is inactivated, is converts into active like renin with the help of hydrochloric acid. The chyme, when will be comes into stomach, then the hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria, and the renin enzymes has acts onto 𝗧𝗧 and the calcium, it converts into calcium enzyme. Friends, go through the next part of the small intestine, and the pyloric portion has opens into first part of the small intestine. The nearby stomach has two glands. They are liver and pancreas. Liver has a, friends, do you know in human body which is largest gland? Yes, liver has a largest gland in human body, and the weight of the liver 1.2 to 1.5. The liver has secret to the bile juice, and it has bile pigments and bile salt. The bile salt acts on to the fats. The fats are converts into emulsification with the help of bile salt, and the bile juice into duodenum. Pancreas. Pancreas is a largest gland in human body. It also known as mixed gland. It secreted, the pancreas has secreted to the 3 enzymes, and it has presented pancreatic juice. Amylase secreted to the amylase enzyme, trypsin, lipase. The amylase enzymes has acts on to the carbohydrates. The carbohydrates converts into maltose with the help of amylase enzyme. Trypsin. The trypsin has a acts on proteins. Proteins converts into peptones. It helps to trypsin enzyme and lipase enzyme. The lipase enzymes has acts on to fats. Fats are converts into emulsification, or the fats when the large parts then break down to the small globules with the help of bile salt. Friends, now go through the next structure, small intestine. The small intestine has largest part in alimentary canal. Which is the largest part in alimentary canal? Yes, small intestine has the largest part in alimentary canal. The alimentary canal has present 9.5 centimeters, and it has 3 parts. They are duodenum, second one jejunum, third one ileum. Go through the first part of the small intestine. Small intestine. What is the first part of the small intestine? Duodenum. Duodenum has a hepatopancreatic duct and it has U shape and C shape. Jejunum has middle layer coil, and ileum. Ileum has a opens into large intestine. In the small intestine, all the food materials are digestion in small intestine. Digestion of carbohydrates, digestion of fats, digestion of vitamins, digestion of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates converts into glucose. Digestion of vitamins. The trypsinogen has a inactivated, then it converts into trypsin with the help of enterokinase enzyme. And digestion of fat. The fats are converts into fatty acids or glycerol with the help of bile salt. Go through the next part of the large intestine. The large intestine has 4 parts. They are cecum, colon, rectum, anus. Cecum has a small blind shock and symbiotic microorganisms. It opens into colon. The colon has a divided into 3 parts. They are ascending colon, descending colon, transfer colon, sigmoid colon, and it has opens into behind to the rectum. The rectum rectum. The rectum has a opens into anus with the help of anal sphincter. In the large intestine, absorption of the water, drugs, minerals, and the rectum has opens into anus. The anus has two muscles. They are smooth muscle and voluntary muscle. The smooth muscle has pumps the waste materials into voluntary muscle. The voluntary muscle has stopped the waste materials, because when the washroom will become, then the wear did not be go washroom, because of then we are do any work. The voluntary muscle has stopped, and then of completion of the work, then we go to washroom, and the anus has excrete waste materials and waste particles, and it contains muscle. They are smooth muscle and voluntary muscle. With the help of excrete the waste materials. Recall, improve your learning. Improve your learning. Give the dental formula of adult human beings. Draw a label diagram of tooth. Explain the digestive system of man. What is chyme? What are the function of livers? Bye friends. Thank you.